today's video, we bring to you the stocks considered sustainable for revolution by the European Union in a bid to hit their 2030 greenhouse gas emissions target. Keep watching, do not miss a detail, and enjoy the video. Greenhouse effect helps to maintain a certain temperature level on Earth's surface. Since air pollution and greenhouse gases are often released from the same source, we need to prevent the release of harmful gases. Gases emissions reduction hinders solar radiation from penetrating into the surface. It works like a filer that pushes harmful elements back to the space. This makes the Earth a safe place for us to live in. Greenhouse gases emissions also boost the economy. Apparently, the EU's greenhouse gases emissions were reduced by 24% between 1990 and 2019, while the economy grew by about 60%. It becomes clear to us that a high rate of reduction of emissions boosts the economic growth and makes the Earth a safer place. The European Union, or EU, has put in place legislation to reduce greenhouse gas emissions to 55% below the 1990 level by 2030 and eliminate them by 2050. Commonly referred to as Fit for 55, we are a strong view that this target is designed to set the bloc in course to be the first climate-neutral continent in 2050. Amazing, right? To achieve this target, the EU looked to green companies and suppliers who have sustainable innovations. Now, let's check out 6 of these stocks. CO2 border surveillance, Outokumpu, Aperam, and Acerinox. In an effort to prevent sustainable efforts on the continent from being destroyed by competitors in other regions, the European Commission proposed its Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism, or CBAM, on July 14, 2021. We believe this mechanism, which will take form by 2026, is designed to safeguard European green companies from cheaper, CO2-intensive imports. The steel, cement, and fertilizer sector should also be protected. We hope the levy on importers to provide data for imported goods, including a unique identifier assigned by the CBAM authority that will also protect our domestic producers. We believe innovative steel manufacturers like Outokumpu, Aperam, and Acerinox that produces sustainable innovations should be increased in profit. Climate-neutral agriculture, DSM. In October 2014, the European Union legislation Land Use Change and Forestry, or LULUCF, implements the agreement by European Union leaders that all sectors should contribute to the EU's 2030 emission reduction target, including the land use sector. We believe that this will lead to climate-neutral food and biomass production. We also hope that durable bioproducts will improve the resilience of forest climate change. However, it is essential to minimize methanes from our dairy products, such as cows. Cows provide most dairy products we feed on. Meanwhile, cows generate methane. Don't fret. DSM produces a feed additive for cows called Bovaer, which suppresses the enzyme that triggers methane in cows. If this plan takes form, we believe it will contribute significantly to gas emissions reduction. Renewable energy suppliers, Wacker Chemie and SKF. Europe comprises of numerous green tech firms that supply wind and solar industries. With the pursuit of the EU to increase the mix of renewable energy to 40%, one would carelessly think that wind turbine producers would have great profit, which is not so because of the twin pressure on profitability where the fall of green energy is directly the rise of commodity price, meaning that commodity, mostly steel price, will increase and benefits the supplier instead of the original equipment manufacturer or OEM. Martin Skanberg, the EU equities fund manager, asserts that chemical companies are germane to green energy supply. Wacker Chemie, a German company, which is a leading supplier of polysilicon, whom we depend on for solar cells, and Sweden's SKF, make the heavy-duty ball bearings needed for wind turbines. We are of the view that this manufacturers should remain the winning team. Sustainable buildings, Sika. The Fit for 55 proposals does not focus only on generating and distributing renewable energy, but also on using that energy more efficiently, in which buildings is one of the important phases. According to the European Union Commission, buildings lay hold 40% of consumed energy, wherein 36% of the energy is related to greenhouse gases. Shocking? Our building's emission reduction is believed to be effective through insulation and construction, which can be done by constructing new buildings and retrofitting existing buildings. The Swiss firm Sika is an innovative industry that reduces the amount of water used in concrete production. We believe that the reduction of water in the concrete wall will reduce gas emissions and provide greater strength for walls, which will be of great effort to the legally binding target. Cleaner cars, Volkswagen and Johnson Matthey. Gases released into the environment by vehicles are detrimental to public health. Sometimes we inhale them and start coughing. For greenhouse gas emissions reduction, we need cleaner cars with low nitrogen and carbon, which makes Volkswagen, one of the world's largest car makers, to produce electric cars which reduces carbon release. According to Volkswagen, half of his vehicles are expected to be battery electric by 2030, with wider ambitions to be carbon neutral by 2050. We are certain that this will really help in making the environment harmless. Also, catalyst investors like Johnson Matthey has developed an emissions control system by preventing 40 tons of potentially harmful emissions from entering the atmosphere. It's a developing material that can give batteries a high energy density without requiring a lot of cobalt. We believe that batteries reduces emissions and also enhance clearer and petrol-free vehicles, which all in all works together for the attainment of the European Union's project. Biofuels are the future. Neste. Biofuels has a big role in the fast reduction of transport-related climate emissions. Transport-related emissions can mostly be reduced by renewable fuels produced from wastes and residues. You will agree that the aim will be easily achieved through the compulsion laid on transport fuel suppliers to contribute a minimum share of biofuels to the project. Neste, the world's largest producer of renewable diesel refined from waste and residues, is working on a sustainable alternative to diesel. The renewable diesel enables 90% reduction of gas emissions over fuel's life cycle, which we believe will contribute to the Fit for 55. The European Union also proposed to impose a higher proportion of biofuel in kerosene, with 5% in 2030 and 63% in 2050. The Commission doesn't want the production of biofuels to be at the expense of food production. I'm sure we wouldn't love to go hungry. Therefore, Neste continues in innovation and research. We are of the view that the adoption of biofuels will indeed reduce gas emissions. I hope this video gets you informed about the strategies and stocks proposed by the European Union towards the achievement of the Fit for 55. Don't forget to drop a comment and like this video. To see future videos like this, subscribe to our channel and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss out. Thanks!